Remember when you first, I want to start with boxing. Start with boxing. So you watched your brother's box. That's how you got into boxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My first boxing experience was over in Sterling. And Bert Visconti took us over there. And he says, "You're going to have to box that guy. He's never had a fight in his life." Well, sure. I got in there. Man, he knocked me down. I'd get up. I was mad because he knocked me down. I'd get up, and he knocked me down again. I'd get up. And all I could hear, the people, women especially, "Stay down, little boy, stay down." And they'd holler, "Don't get up no more, don't get up no more." Oh man, I was so mad that I had to get up, and he wasn't going to keep me down. And I could hear everybody say, "Stay down." And pretty soon he went, "Pretty boy, stay down, stay down." I was so mad that I couldn't stay down. When I got down off that ring, it was, I don't know how many times that guy knocked me down. But that was my first fight in the ring. So one of the Mexican boys from that, it was an army camp, he said, "How long have you been boxing?" This is my first fight in the ring. He said, "Do you know who you fought with?" I said, "No." "He's our champ." Well, he told me he never had any gloves at all in his life, and this was the first time. He said, "Like heck, he's our champ at our camp, and you fought the champ." I said, "No wonder I couldn't stay up. He was so good that all I could see is a lot of leather, you know." I said, "Bert, you're pretty rotten. Put me on to box the champ of their camp." Bert thought it was funny. He says, "You'll get him the next time." I said, "No, you ain't gonna put me with that guy the next time, because I know who he is now. And ain't no way that I'm gonna beat the champ." And that's how I started, you know. And yeah, I got beat that time, but well, there ain't no way that I could beat the champ, you know.
How did you do overall? I mean, how many boxing matches did you have? And
Oh, gee.
did you win more than you lost, or what?
No, I boxed quite a few. And then when I went to the Golden Gloves here when they had at the Warren Fuel House, it was, at the time, was Ray Herrera and the Peñas and the Gomez. They were all good. They're really good. All good fighters. Darn good fighters, you know. Nick Trigiolo and all those, you know. And there was well, I knew him real well. It was Barton. Barton, he was from Clinton. I knew him real well. I was fought in 126. And we fought there at the Warren Fuel House. And we fought hard. And we would break away, and I look at him, he look at me, and we'd smile. And they thought that it was a put-on. There was no put-on. I just happened to, he was a buddy of mine, and, you know, we knew that we were really fighting real hard, you know. But the guy said, "Well, why do you smile at him?" Because he smiled back at me, you know, and I said, "We go back, and then you guys fight so hard that you guys beat the heck out of each other, you know. And yet you would look at him and you would smile, you know, and he'd smile, you know." Well, it happened to be he was a buddy of mine, and I wasn't mad at him because he was hitting me, and he wasn't mad at me because I was hitting him. But I lost that fight because he was a favorite promoter, you know, and they gave him on decision, you know, but he never knocked me out. But I had never been knocked out on the ring while I was fighting. Never had my nose broken either. And I think that's what my sister Rufina was telling me, that I was that nobody could push me around, you know, after I learned how to fight, that I took care of myself. And I remember one time, we were at some tavern in Rock Island. Some guy gave me a bad time. He's a big guy. We went outside. We were all dressed up, you know. And he said, "That's it. I don't want you no more. You hit too much." I said, "How many hands do you have?" I said, "2, just like you." And we went back in the tavern. It was at the Greyhound in Rock Island. I looked at him. I says, "How'd you get that black eye? You gave it to me." I told him, "I'm sorry, you know." And I says, "I didn't come over here to fight. I come over here at a good time, you know. Forget about it." I even bought him a drink and that. He accepted it, you know. It's about...
So, is this about the same time that you started attracting girlfriends and things like that?
No, I wasn't too much for girls. I was bashful, you know. I was not much for girls at all. I was real bashful. Even when I was in the service, I was still bashful, you know. Me, girls didn't even have no interest in girls at all. My career was at boxing, and Mike Camarino tried to get me to turn pro. Nah, I don't want to turn pro. He said, "Well, I'll take you to Florida, and I'll get you in Florida." No, Mike, I'm not interested in becoming a pro, you know. I already know what I want to know, and that's all that matters to me. And he said, "Well, Harry," he said, I can help you, and I know you can do it." I don't want it. I'm happy. And that's the way it went.